Well, hello my friends, and welcome back to the bench. Today we're going to be testing and showing you how to make your own water slide decals. I did this quite a while ago, kind of the beginning of the channel, and got a lot of requests, but I never really went ahead and show you guys how I did it. And this Gundam you see in front of you is what started it all. I wanted to make a Gundam colored after the Braun F1 racing car colors and markings. And actually, let me show you the car I'm speaking of. I downloaded some pictures for you guys. All right, here's the car. Can you see it? So, I went with a silver white. I think it's by Gaia. I'm not sure. I got to go back. And this glowing yellow, orange, green. I should say yellow, green. And I nailed it pretty good. But of course, I wanted the markings on it. So as we zoom in here, see the Virgin is a sponsor, and then you have the driver's name, and Braun is the guy who manufactured it and came up with it. There's a Bridgestone logo for Bridgestone tires, and here is the driver's name I used. It is Button. You can see it right there. And I had to make all these decals myself. Now, if you're not familiar with the story, it's a fascinating story. It's not just a cool-looking marking car. It's a guy who put the team together and won all of F1 in one season. And then disappeared. It's a fascinating story. But here's Keanu Reeves. He put together the documentary, 4-part series. It's on Disney Plus, actually. It's been out a while. It's a fascinating story. If you're just remotely even interested in cars, I recommend it. But there was 2 drivers, and they split their time. Let me see if I can show you most of the markings on here. Here is Virgin. There's the Bridgestone, and I got the word Bridgestone with the logo. These are all water slides I created myself. It's Braun GP. And of course, is Jensen Button, the driver. There was 2 drivers. I picked one. What was the other guy's name? Oh, I'm embarrassed to say. I can't think of it right now. There's Mig. I'm not sure what that was, but it's on the car I copied. They had a couple. And here's the shield. I think the shield came out nice. So there you go. That's what I did. But when I first did this, I had a lot of people asking about the water slides and what I did to do it. And I was going to do a video, and time passed as he, got pushed off the desk, so to speak. I got less and less questions on it, but I thought of it recently because I'm going to plan another project like this. And I just discovered a new form of, let me get my pictures out of here, a new form of water slide decal, and that's no need spray. So one is clear and one is white. And this one's clear. Hold on. And the ones that I used originally were this kind of brand. This is like a no-name brand, but I got these at Hobby Lobby. But these are clear, but these require a coating. That's why it says no need to spray. And what that means is after we print our decals, you have to spray over the original ones with a clear. I use Tamiya. Many people recommend Mod Podge. I would use a gloss, not a matte. But this is what a lot of people use because it's a clear acrylic. But I had no problems using any spray, and I use this, and we'll use this in the video too. So that's what we got. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I downloaded the logos, and just put them in any art program you have. I'll grab my computer, my laptop, and we'll go directly into that. So this is your regular transparent that needs to be coated with a clear. These others I have never tried. Koala, they came recommended, so we're going to print on each of these and see what we get with those. These are all standard inkjet and laser. This uses both. The clear needs to be inkjet only. I don't have a laser, I have an inkjet, so we're going to go with just inkjets. And They're not too expensive. This one was because it's 20 sheets. If you're going to do a lot of printing, it's still under 20 bucks. This one obviously was only $5. So, all right, I'm going to push these all aside, make room on my desk for my laptop, and I'm going to switch over to the video to, oops, hit the camera, to showing you how to just download any image and put them into an art program and just print them on these. And then we'll come back to the desk after I get them all printed. So, yeah, I'll see you back in about 2.5 seconds to get to my laptop, and I got to switch the program over to screen capture that. So I'll see you in a couple of seconds. All right, my friends, here we are at my desktop. Well, this is the desktop. It's my laptop. And I just wanted to get some logos, so I figured I'd go with, put in, you see at the top here, Gundam Unicorn logo. And you hit images, and you'll get this. Switch to images, and there you go. And a couple of these I liked. You know, just a basic, simple looking one. You're just going to right-click, copy, right? Oh, copy image. There we go. And then here's my art program. Now, this program is a program that I use for making CDs, covers, cases. I used to work for a record label, and I produced their product for the bands that they represented. And this made the cover of the disc. It did everything. I had a disc printer. I did it all. But it doesn't matter that the page even looks like this. I'm just using this as my program. You can use anything. And all you do is you just right-click, and then you paste. And there it is. See it? And I have this one already shrunken down. So what I did was, you know, I just made it reasonable. And you're going to have to get your proportions how you want them. And we'll go back. And I think I searched another one. Yeah, see, I type in Gundam Xeon logo. See that? And you get this black or yellow design. And this one's nice. This one's nice. So, and then same thing. Right click. I'll go into my art program. And you can see it. It's right there. And I just put a bunch of these in a row. And I went for an American flag type of thing. So I got this because the only way you're going to get white is if you buy a white decal, because a printer can't print white, but the paper will be white, and then it will print the cover over that, and then there you go. Then you're going to have white. So that's why I got the white paper to see that. And the rest, we'll try the clear. So that's all you do. Any art program you guys, I don't know which one you guys use, Corel or any of those, just right-click or save all your images you want. What I did was I went online and I searched for Gundam F1, and then I knew what I needed, the Virgin logo, so I just typed in Virgin logo. Let's go right here. It's Virgin Records, but we'll do Virgin logo. Virgin Records, is it Records? I think it's Records. There it is, and that's the sponsor on their car. And I looked up what was the other one? Bridgestone, B-R-I, Bridgestone logo, right? And there it is. There's the B that I used. I used all of these letters actually. I just copied their font over, brought it over, right? Let's do it again. Copy image, right? Just paste. There we go. And there's Bridgestone. And you can clear the background. If it's got a white background, you can, whatever program you're using, you can clear it. I had to make these tiny. I had to go to scale. And yeah, mine ended up looking like this. Real tiny. And that's it. Now you're going to hit print, and you're going to print on, let me show you. I use an Epson printer options. You want to go in and print, there you go. It says right there. See it? Glossy, photo glossy, high quality. And then just hit print. So I'm going to go ahead and print some of these samples, and we'll be back at the desktop here. I'm going to back at the desk. So I'm going to close this down. Let me go print those out, and I'll be right back with them printed out, and then I'm going to show you clear coating them, and then we're going to go ahead and apply them. So yeah, I'll see you in just a few seconds. All right, guys, back at the bench. Here they are. I printed them. So this is the Hobby Lobby one. This is the one we're going to have to coat. And these are the no coat. One is white. Here's the white one. And here is the, obviously, transparent one. It's a little more of a shine to it. But it says these don't need any coating at all. So if that's the case, thumbs up, man. Because what happens is if you don't coat like the original and you put it in the water, all the paint just flies away. What the clear coat does is seals everything where it's supposed to be. But apparently they figured it out. Oops, hit the camera. And made it so it says no coat needed. So hey, I'm all for that if it works. But first, let's switch over to the booth. Make sure this is the Hobby Lobby one. Yep, this one needs to be coated. So I'm going to grab my can of Tamiya. Clear, not flat. And let's go put a coating on this and let it dry. And I'll show you what it looks like. You can't tell that you actually sprayed clear coat on it. Let's go ahead and do that. All right, at the booth, got it shaken up. It's kind of hard to see when you're painting this stuff on, but I'm going to go right across with an actual heavy coating. That's good. Let me see if you can see it. See it? Look at that. I'll show you the difference. You can see what it looks like. It's all on top. All right, we'll just let that sit. I'm going to let it sit about a half hour, and it should absorb and dry. So let me go back to the bench, and it'll be a half hour later. I'm going to show you the results. All right, back at the bench. Let me reach across here. It's in the booth, off to the side here. There we go. All right, check this out. You can't even tell I sprayed it. Let's see if we can see the line where I sprayed it. Nah, it's hard to see. A little bit. You can see it's kind of dull here. And you can see the gloss to it there. But see how it absorbs? You can't even tell. So these are now ready to go. Obviously, the other two that didn't need a coating are also ready. So I'm going to cut all these up and see what we get. I'm going to put them down on some plastic here, a couple of wings. And we'll check the results. But that, so far, is how you make your own Waterslide decals. All right, let me pause the camera. Let me go grab a scissor and let me get some cutting here done. All right, here is the ones that don't require a coating, transparent. This star is don't require a coating, white, and transparent. This one required the coating. This is the one we sprayed the Tamiya on top of. Let's go ahead and get some warm water. Slightly warm water is perfect. Another paper towel. All right, I cut the decals out with my Tamiya decal scissor. And you can actually get scissors like this at a barber supply store, really fine scissors. I happen to work at a warehouse that was a distributor for Tamiya. You know, I got these cheap. That's the reason I got them, but they are terrific. Speaking of Tamiya, this is their craft tools. This is a decal tweezer. You can see it's flat, so it doesn't tear. You're not using the point where you risk tearing the decal. Right? You just need a brush or so, any kind of brush like this, to lay out the solution. We use Mark Fit for this. And this is from Squadron. This is a decal setter. This is what I use to move the decal into place instead of my fingers. You can just get a pencil with an eraser. It's the same thing. Again, I worked at a warehouse and I got this stuff really cheap. And that's how I ended up with a bunch of my supplies, believe it or not. But that's what that is. That's a decal handler there. You can probably use some of cotton swabs too to absorb it. All right. All right. Now we're only going to go in the water. Not very long. You want it to sit maybe 20 seconds. And what you do is I like to get the decal to release itself while it's sitting outside of the water. All right, this is like watching paint dry, but I'm trying to do this in real time. And we're going to use our wing for the demo purposes. I don't know if this is ready or not. I'm going to let this sit for a little bit. You're going to get your Mark Fit or whatever brand you want to use. You know, just smear it on there. It's not going to look like it's all over it. It kind of beads up, but once the decal touches it, it spreads. All right, let's see if this is moving off of the paper yet. It is. So here we go. Grab it where you're not going to touch the decal. I'm almost touching it here. Hold on. There we go. And that's it. We're going to place it down here. There we go. All right, and here's a two-part system here. There we go, right off. All right, now what we're going to do is put a little mark fit on top. Oh, I folded it underneath. Ah, look at this, guys. It is really difficult to work with because it is very fine. I think I let it sit in the water too long. Yep, that's what I did. So you got to get it at the exact time to get that just right. I feel bad, you know. But not much I can do here. I can probably just get another one. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Hold on, let me grab another one. All right, there you go. Show mistakes and all. All right, I cut out the other one that's on there. The little star will go in this quick. All right, get that in. Wipe my hands here. All right, let's go back in here. A little mark fit. What you want to do is you want to get this at just the right point, you know. And the water's still going to sit in on the paper towel, keeping it moist and letting it release from the paper. All right. Now we can tell when it's starting to move. Not yet. Another 10 seconds in the water. All right. All right. Let's try this one more time. Here we go. Trying to get it so you guys can focus in on it. There it is. Yeah, it's moving. All right, so there we go. I'll move a little bit off so I can grab it here, not with the decal itself. I'm going to place it down here. And here we go. I'm going to hold it down and pull it off with my little eraser thingy here. There we go. All right. Beautiful. All right. Now, like I said, you can go with cotton swab. We'll put some mark fit on top. That's it. All right, so let this dry. I'm going to do the others off camera. I'm going to put them all on a wing, and I'm going to let this dry, and I'll show you the results. And that will be how you put on Waterslide decals. Look how beautiful that looks. That looks like a professional decal right there. So, very impressive. All right, guys, I will pause the camera. I'm going to do the rest, and then we'll go over the results. All right, my friends, I have various results. Now, this is the no-coat clear one with some mark fit on it. I'm going to guess the mark fit, it didn't like it. It just peeled right up. Maybe, because check out this. These are the ones that don't require a clear, and there it is again with no mark fit at all. You can actually see it's just bare plastic. None. No decal solution. It's still curling up. Now this is the no coating, the white one, absolutely perfect. Look at that. That's perfect. But the transparent one is a thumb down. Now this is the one from Hobby Lobby, the $5 one, that requires you to spray the clear coat. It's not quite dry yet, but look, I mean, it's perfect. So maybe spraying clear coat on no matter what you have is the way to go. I'll test that behind the scenes, but I am disappointed. It's just curling right up. I mean, look at that. And there's nothing on this but water. Nothing but water. That's why I test this stuff, man. However, it's the same brand with the white, and the white is absolutely flawless. Looks like a sticker. So, right now, the Hobby Lobby ones, those are the ones I originally bought that I did my brawn with. They just repackaged them, and they work. They look really good when they're smaller, too. You can see how much smaller they are on the Gundam. But that is that one. But I'm thinking these need to be coated anyway. Because this is... The problem is the paint would come off, but I'm wondering if this would help, too. Because that is just awful. And these have been sitting here for a little while. And that one just doesn't want to stay. But that's the same brand in white. And that is the one from Hobby Lobby. Anyway, there you go. After these fully dry, 48 hours, you put a nice clear coat on top. Seals them right in. So, there you go. I don't know what brand it is at Hobby Lobby. They're obviously buying it from another company. I don't know if I could see on the packaging. Let me grab the packaging. This says decal paper. Oh, I spilled my water. It didn't say anything. Hold on, let's try this. Oh, here we go. No, just has instructions. So, nope, that's it. Now I spilt the water, so let's put that over there. Anyway, guys, that is the test. The ones from Hobby Lobby did work. This white one did work. The clear one that doesn't need spray didn't work. I'm wondering if I should spray it anyway, as I said. I'll check out a couple of other brands. But this is how they should perform. If you get ones that require the spray, just clear coat it. There's no harm in doing it. Evidently, it seems to help it quite a bit. So, anyway, that is how I made my Waterslide decals for my Brawn. And, yeah, that's all. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. A thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And leave a comment. If you guys have any experience with another brand, I will check it out. And, yeah, what do we have today? Fate's Warning, Vandenplas, and Evergrey. All great metal bands with large discographies. And I'm going through those now. But for Christmas time, I will be talking about this each video right up until Christmas. This is Majestica, A Christmas Carol. It is a phenomenal power metal Christmas album. Probably one of the best I've ever heard. And check it out. It should be on everywhere digitally. Majestica, A Christmas Carol. An awesome power metal Christmas album. Highly recommended. Anyway, guys, that's the video. We will see you soon. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell, as we do at least one video a week. Coming up, I have some ultrasonic cutters coming. The little that cut through the sprues and stuff. I'm so curious. I bought 2 kinds. I want to see how those go. So, anyway, guys, there you go. That is the video. And I'm discouraged here, but still encouraged with that one. And even the other one. But, yeah, there you go. And if you guys have any, see whatever went wrong here, let me know. But this one took the Mark Fit. It took the Mark Fit, no problem. And the other one I showed didn't. As we conclude here, this is without it, and it's just awful. Get that out of there. Anyway, guys, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We will see you in the next video. God bless you all. Have a great day.